yourself.
Yo, what's poppin'? All my peeps. It is I, your host with the most Renaissance man who always thinks he can, and your champion of the peeps, Patty Pitts, back once again in the Yard Streams for another edition of Pitts and Sara's Wrestling Show, where we take no nights off. And it is not just me, Patty P, here in the Art of Streams. I am joined once again by the best of the West. You can't forget about Sara Marshall. What's popping, girl?
Hey, yo.
Hello.
We missed you on Tuesday.
Did you?
We had a lot of people in the chat asking for you.
Oh, really?
In stereo. Yeah. Like
very nice.
They were asking for you, and yeah, not me, which was hilarious.
Thanks, y'all.
So yeah, you're back. We recapped Raw on Tuesday, and now we're here giving our Clash in Paris predicciones along with other nonsense and news that went down. And Sarah, I got a letter today from the NSN Nonsense Sports Network shareholders about the NWF. So I was told to read it on the show. Okay.
All right.
And I was looking forward to talking about something else that had to do with the NWF, but I do what I'm told. So we got a jam-packed show. I'm excited to get back in here, talk wrestling with you, and I can't wait to, because it's a lot. Like, Sarah, you've been dealing with football season. Like, I feel like once we get into this part of the wrestling season where we're in between SummerSlam and Survivor Series, it feels like it's it's not a walk through the finish line, it's a crawl type of deal.
Well, and I also start to always start to lose focus or interest in wrestling at this point, because generally things are not super exciting, but it's, my focus then becomes so on football, and then October rolls around, and then the NBA starts. So then I'm like Celtics,
Yeah, exactly.
And so like that stuff starts to take precedence over wrestling, which I guess it's like the perfect time to, because a lot of stuff isn't really going to be super exciting or whatever until the Rumble build up, I guess. So I guess it's like not a terrible time to be like not watching religiously or not being super invested. I don't know.
It's tough. It is tough. I went last year, actually, on the flip side, where we kept up with the professional sports and got back into it, obviously with the show and whatnot. And it's not the same exciting feel, you know what I mean, that we have during the, we'll say, peak seasons of Rumble and WrestleMania, and even but with this, it's more like payoff, or little things that get you through. Like, you have to, like, certain people that will get you through and get you excited for, and it's a good time to attach yourself to a wrestler, kind of like with you and how you're fandom, super fandom of Gunther, Drew McIntyre. Like, I really don't have that for anybody right now, honestly. Like, when I watch the WWE product, most of the time, the big guys I have a connection with because for obvious reasons, but I don't have a super fandom for anyone, especially when the only person I would have as a super fandom is Kevin Owens. That's like my guy, and he's gone.
Yeah.
And so you have to, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing at the end of the day, that you have to say, all right, like, I'm going to go with somebody. All right, who's going to be my guy? And it's just one thing, and it's building. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel it kind of because obviously Gunther's gone. He's on the promotional artwork for shows in October, though. So I thought that was interesting.
I don't think he likes to take long breaks.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
the one thing I like about Gunther, is
well,
that
I
he.
mean, I would, this really, I assume, isn't up to him, though, if he's really having like nose surgery and stuff. Like, that's going to depend on how quickly he heals and
Yeah.
cleared to wrestle. But I did think that was interesting. I'm not making anything of it because obviously somebody like Roman has been on plenty of artwork for upcoming shows and then he wasn't there because they'll remove him like 2 weeks before. So I'm not like getting super excited about it, but I was like, that would be nice because I don't know. For me, there's something missing from Raw, and that's Gunther. And I know a lot of people aren't going to say that. I'm not saying like the show is struggling because he's not there, but
No, it ain't.
that's somebody that I want to see every week, and he's not there. So my focus
Mhm.
on Raw is kind of like Seth and the Judgment Day. That's kind of like
Oh,
that's like those are my focuses now.
you just reminded me of someone I have recently attached myself to.
Who?
Dirty Dom Mysterio, baby.
You're now jumping on the bandwagon.
100%.
Mm.
Not like, all right, so I wasn't like off by any means. Like I was never not a fan of him, but if I had to pick anyone who have you grown to appreciate more or grown to like more over the year, it's 100% him.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, but like, God, he's so cool.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it. He's just cool.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't have him have a match at Clash. I'm assuming that are we going to get him versus AJ on Raw? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
He's dropping the title, that's for sure. I would assume. I assume he's dropping the IC title and he's winning the AAA title.
I don't know. I think they want to go double title.
Double titles, but then the thing is what do you do with AJ? That's the thing. That's the main reason why I'm not sure about it. However, they have El Grande Americano that seems to be working alongside. So if they really want to go down that route, El Grande could make sure that AJ doesn't win, and then that still leaves a door open for him to eventually win it. But
it also could mean AJ has another opponent on deck.
Oh, yeah. I saw a report saying that they were dropping that, though, that they weren't going with AJ, but I don't know.
You never know. Everything's so day to day at this point.
Yeah. I see. And the thing is, though, is AJ Styles really considered like one of those people that you really have to see Cena fight before he retires? Like, would you consider AJ as like a legendary opponent for Cena? Like, not for 100%. Me, but I don't see it that way in the same way as of other people, but like at the same time, I would be totally fine if we don't get another match from them because the one that we saw was good. So it's like, I don't know that we need to see another one because that one is still so good that I don't know that we need to like do it again. You know what I mean?
I especially with the partnership now with TNA.
Yeah.
It's an all-time. Yeah, maybe not for the, heated rivalry story. It's TNA versus WWE. It's the closest thing we ever got to. It's the face of one versus the face of the other.
I just want to see AJ Styles like winning. Like actually doing something meaningful because he's saying that he's not going to be wrestling for that much longer. And so I would rather him be doing like meaningful things, like put him in the world title picture or have him be Intercontinental Champion for a while or something. Like, don't just have him keep doing these random things that he's just going to lose because he's not going to beat Cena. Cena's probably going to win every match on the way out, but maybe not his last one, depending on who it's against. So, because you assume he's probably going to try and put somebody over. But otherwise, I don't see him losing, especially if he's going to do a babyface versus babyface match. Like, I don't think that they would have AJ Styles beat him. But
we saw Edge versus Sheamus in Edge's last match.
Don't even get me started on that. That was so stupid. Sheamus should have won, but whatever.
Okay.
Also, we could get see, that's the thing too. If we got Cena versus AJ and AJ was the champion, Cena has never won the Intercontinental Championship, so I'd almost hate that for AJ.
I literally heard this last night on Cultaholic. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
because they said he would finally be a Grand Slam champion if he won the Intercontinental title. But like, I kind of hate that for AJ if he just like wins it from Dom and then drops it to Cena.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I
know how I
mean,
feel about that.
to be honest,
I would
see,
almost rather him beat Dominic for it and then drop it to AJ
like
that
that's
way.
the one I want to see
He
John
said
Cena
he
get in the
wanted to
ring
face
with.
Dom.
Jacob Fatu, yes, but also like I would be
I'm not into.
concerned for John Cena's safety.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see Jacob. I feel like him versus Dom is cool because of like there's such a difference in eras. You know what I mean? And if he beat
Yeah.
him for the IC title, I don't think people would be mad about that. And if he dropped it to AJ,
Oh
cool.
no,
Like
wouldn't beat him.
Cena could literally be the champion for like 3 weeks and no one would care because he just became a Grand Slam champion. So like, who cares? You know,
I
but
would
that
want
would
to
be
see
cool
him
to
win
add that to his resume. Like, I don't think Grand Slam champion really means that much in the big scheme of things. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Cena's not a Grand Slam champion. No one. I mean, most people don't even remember that he's never won the Intercontinental title, so it's not like hurting his legacy. But it would be kind of cool if his 17th title run wasn't as great as a lot of people hoped it would be. If they could kind of like re-up it again by having him be a Grand Slam champion, I feel like that would be nice.
It's like it's a bar trivia question type of
Yeah.
thing. Like that's the way I view it, where it does nothing but give fans a trivia question to stump their friends on.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. There's a lot going on. Sarah, I'm so excited. I'm see this thing. We just talked WWE, and yeah, I'm excited for it, but my mind then went to other shit going on in wrestling. Like AEW's low key cooking right now. I'm sorry, like hate to break it to you, but they're doing a good job at the moment with a majority of their stories. TNA's popping too. I mean, we're building to Bound for Glory. I still got to buy my ticket for that. And then I got an indie show to go to, Sarah, next Friday. I got not invited. I'm not that important. It was more, I was talking to Anthony Green at the gym, and he was saying that I should come to the show on September 5th because it's in Brockton. Yeah, it's at Brockton. He'll be on it. My dude BRG's going to be on it, and a bunch of other New England indie talent that I've been watching for years at this point now. So I'm pumped, and goddamn, Sarah. I wish like that's the thing. Like I wish you lived a little closer, just un poquito.
I wish
little
that
bit.
it was cheaper.
Indie shows are cheap.
No, to live there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm the Shenanigan Shack I got here. I mean, yeah, no, we got indie shows are the fucking best. You know what's the best? Hearing from the peeps. Let's do that. We've been royal rambling. What is up, David? What's up, Nathaniel? Sarah, missed you. Would you want to see Bailey feud with Lyra or go after Becky for the IC championship?
Well, Lyra can't go after, or do you mean Bailey go after Becky?
Bailey.
Yeah, that's the only way that Lyra could get at it again.
Yes, correct.
And based off of the videos that we were seeing, it seems like they're kind of priming us to have Bailey versus Becky, which I think that's fine. I think Becky has absolutely killed it. The problem is I'm not 100% confident that they're not going to have her drop the title to Nikki Bella. So
no, Sarah, see, you are so Stockholm syndromed so bad, and I like want to help you. Like have some like I'm not even trying to be a dick. I really want to help you get out of that Stockholm syndrome. There is no shot Nikki Bella.
The problem is that there are people who are really convinced that it's going to happen, and I have come across them. So then that makes me start to think, like, second guess myself for being like, there's no way, because then we're talking about how we thought that she was going to win the tag titles with Brie or Stephanie Vaquer maybe at Evolution, and that match had to get canceled. And so it's like, okay, are they going to try to make it up to her by making her IC champ? I'm like, please don't please don't.
Sarah, I don't even want to entertain it because it's just not. Like, I don't want to
Well,
entertain it.
I think it would just be really selfish of Nikki also, because she's not in a position, I feel like, to really be trying to like add more to her career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she's already a Hall of Famer, and it's like, I get it. You know, if she wants to win the women's tag titles or something, then okay. But other than that, I feel like trying to win a singles title is a little sketchy to me.
Just to yeah. Yeah. I don't want it. I don't make me. I don't want to hate Nikki Bella. Let's put it that way. I
I
don't want
already
to hate
do.
Nikki.
So
I know. I don't want to. I don't want to be there. So, well, sorry. I'm making a banner because I just thought of something that probably should be talked about on the show today. So, where are you? Steven Schneider. What's poppin'? Bailey should honestly be Fat Cora's opponent for the world title. See, fucking yeah.
I
Yeah.
you know, that is something that that could be a lemon, but I have another lemon. But I don't like that they're keeping Stephanie off of the show and being like, oh well, we're still in France on Monday, so like you can do it on Monday. Because the thing is they had over a week to prepare to like determine how they should go about determining the number one contender for the vacated title, and then instead they were like, oh yeah, let's just give her a backstage segment and then just be like, we'll have the match next week. No, she should have still be able to have her match when she was supposed to. And it's very easy to figure out who her opponent should be. It very easily could have been Io because she was supposed to get the match with Naomi 2 weeks before. Or you put together some sort of gauntlet or battle royal on Raw to determine who Stephanie will face. Like, there are plenty of ways that they could have gone about it, but once again, they put the women's division on the back burner and they don't care, and they keep Stephanie off TV and then keep her off of a big pay-per-view that she earned a spot on. Like, I don't like that, and I feel like this was just like the latest way for them to give themselves more time, but there's no excuse. You knew over a week before that Naomi was pregnant and couldn't compete. So it was 2 weeks. Yeah, they had 2 weeks, right? Yeah. They had 2 weeks to prepare. So
Yeah, too.
yeah, 2 weeks. So there was no, to me that's even worse. You had 2 weeks to figure this out and you couldn't figure it out. I don't like that. I don't know.
Sophia lost her voice at the Garden. I would too, Sophia, if I was there. I'm pretty sure when we were at, not this year, but in Philly, I lost my voice one of the nights
Well,
that we
and I'm
were
sure
there.
the cold didn't help, you know?
To be, yeah. Sarah, that was the fucking coldest of that next to a Patriots game in November or December. It was the coldest event I've ever been to.
It's like it wasn't that bad for me to be so long removed from that kind of weather. It wasn't like I was miserable. You know what I mean? It was more so of like you're in a stadium and you're cold and you're not moving. So like you can't get warm. You know what I mean? Because like when we were just outside or whatever and we're walking around, like it wasn't that bad. Like I could have taken my jacket off because it was warm, you know, when you're walking
No, but
around.
you just, yeah.
But when you're just standing there, it's like, oh, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, you know?
Cold as hell.
Yeah.
It's cold as hell, girl. That's all the comments we have for now.
Okay.
That I will post. So I have been adding. I added 2 banners.
Oh, okay, I
That
saw.
no, wait. One of them is part of the 3 count. The other one is just a way for us to talk about SmackDown.
All right.
So
Yeah, I saw Nathaniel talked about it.
Nathaniel brought it up in the chat, and that brought that idea up. So, anyways, enough of my nonsense. Sarah, never mind. I got it. Thank you. All right.
Don't be a lemon. Be a rosebud.
Don't be a lemon, Sara. Be a rosebud. It's time for our lemons and rosebuds of the week. Rosebuds being our favorite thing, and lemons being our least favorite thing that we saw around the Wrestleverse this week. Sarah, I'm a gentleman. what was the best thing you saw this week in ref?
So this is random, and I don't even know when it came out, but I just came across it on social media today. So that's why I think Becky shared it. So maybe that's how maybe it's new. I don't know. But anyway, she shared a clip from, I I don't know if it's from one of the A&E shows. I think it is, but her and Trish, and then of course others, talk about their cage match.
Yeah.
And just how good it was, and how Becky says, I feel like we stole the show. We really wanted to put on a good match. And Trish was saying, well, the storyline had been going on for so long, so we really wanted to cap it off with something really good. And I feel like we accomplished that. And she's also said that if that were to be her last match ever, that she would be totally fine with it, especially because it was against Becky.
Mhm.
And who was it? It was Seth. Seth is in there and talking about it, and then somebody else, and I can't remember now who it was, but they were saying that they felt like in that match that, other than obviously both the match being good and it was a match of the year candidate, they
Mhm.
felt like it was kind of a clash of the eras, and that Trish was so determined to prove that her era could hang with this era. And I was like, I don't agree with that statement completely, because I think that Trish is, there's a reason why Trish is on a lot of people's women's Mount Rushmore. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? It's like there's not that many women that came out of her era that were at her level. But the way that they went about that match, it was so good. And I really do think that's like that might be one of my all-time favorite matches, because it was just that good. And the storytelling was so good. And, you kind of expect an active wrestler like Becky to be willing to put their body on the line and get messed up. But the fact that Trish walked out looking the way that she did, with that massive egg on her head,
Oh
and
my
just like
god, yeah. I
covered
remember
in
that.
bruises, like, to me that makes it so much better, because she's retired. Like, she just came back to do this cool storyline and like do this first ever cage match of her career, and they didn't have to go that hard, or she didn't have to, like Becky's gonna
Yeah.
be like, hey, I do this like every single week, that's fine. But the fact that Trish did it, I thought was really cool. And so I like that match is being highlighted. I don't know
Mhm.
where. I'm assuming I think that the clip came from like A&E, so I think it's going to be something like that.
It
I'm not
Yeah, it's one
I'm
of the
not
E&E
sure.
shows that, like,
Yeah, so I think that's
rivalries,
Oh,
thank
okay.
you.
Yeah. So I think that that's really cool, because I think that we need to recognize more women's matches that kind of go under the radar. Because I feel like at the time of that match happening, people were like, wow, that was incredible. That is a match of the year.
Yeah, well,
But
yeah.
then people don't keep talking about it. You know what I mean? It feels like a lot
Mhm.
of people keep talking about matches that have Charlotte in them or something. And it's like, those are the match of the year. It's like, yeah, but this one is kind of like an underrated match that doesn't get enough credit that I think that it deserves, based on how long that storyline had been going on, and
Mhm.
there was no title involved,
Mhm.
and the fact that it was Trish Stratus, like that she was in there, that she wasn't a full timer. I feel like that makes it even better. I don't know. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I remember that match afterwards, you having basically the same reaction you have now, just with you overly excited.
Mhm.
Uh and
Well, it was like
you weren't the only one.
my all-time goat and my current goat.
Exactly. You just couple goats having banger after banger match. And you weren't the only person that I saw have the same reaction. Since then, watching all these, the shows about best match of this year, that one does not get talked about enough.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't.
And the thing is like, it I don't know why. You know what I mean? And it might be just because it wasn't at a big PLE, like it wasn't at Mania, it wasn't at SummerSlam. So like that automatically makes people think that like it's not as good as it could be, or it's shouldn't. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people kind of overlook
Mhm.
matches that don't happen at one of the big threes, or um I don't know. I feel like it's kind of odd because Becky is arguably one of the greatest of this era, and Trish obviously is a Hall of Famer. So you feel like, okay, well, I don't know if people just got bored of the story and they forget about that match or what, but like, no, it was incredible. And even seeing clips again, I'm like, I want to watch that match again. Like, I might look that up and watch it later because I'm like, that was so good. I want to see it again. And I feel like more people should feel that way.
Do you remember
women's cage match? Come on.
Do you remember when that match, before the match, Trish, when she was making her entrance, she got in that guy's face, like dropped an F-bomb, like that, and then just got in the cage and just put on a 5-star, like incredible.
And then she got her ass beat by Zoe. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the match, because Zoe turned on her. So it's like, and then they never did anything with that. But it's like, her face and her body were fucked up, and she still like went out there and did that at like 50 years old. Like, come on, dude. That was better than some of the matches that are, you know, girls that are currently on the roster are doing. Like, why are we not talking about this more?
Did you see the pictures of that Trish just posted?
No.
With the pink hair.
She has pink hair.
I mean, I'm assuming it's a wig set.
Oh no, I have not seen them.
And she's like cosplaying essentially.
Oh.
And still kicking.
No, I know she's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. Wrestling's Jennifer Aniston.
Well, I'm telling you,
I think that is a fantastic comparison.
When I was younger and when I played WWF No Mercy and they had her listed at 5'8", which is insane because I'm like, girl is like 5'2". I don't think
that's true. Sorry.
I know. But I used to want to be like 5'7" or 5'8", whatever height they said, because Trish was 5'7", 5'8". So I was like, I want to look like Trish. I want to be 5'7" or 5'8" because Trish Stratus is 5'7" or 5'8", whatever it was. And I'm glad that I didn't reach that because Trish is not 5'7" or 5'8". She's like 5'2". No. So like, but that's I'm saying, like, I still say it, like, when I grow up, I want to look like Trish Stratus. So even now.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to look like a wrestler. I forget what I wanted to look like the John Cena growing up. Like I really wanted to look like John Cena.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with him. I can't. My 1, 2, 3, 4. My 6th John Cena Funko is on the way, by the way.
6th?
Yes. So, because I have 5 right now, but they came out with another one, and I pre-ordered that months ago, and they just shipped it yesterday, so it's on the way. And then I will have 6 John Cena Funkos, and that's not even all of the ones that he came out with, because I still kind of want the one that's invisible.
I feel like for you, yeah, that would be hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
They came out with an invisible action figure too, but that one I think is the Chase, so it's like hard to find.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. What was my Rosebud of the Week? Short and sweet. A shout out to Wrestle Talk. I stumbled upon their channel the past few weeks, and it's awesome. What I specifically is my Rosebud is worst match ever. So I think here's the thing. I think we unlocked a niche fandom within my wrestling fandom. I love watching horrible matches. Like, love it. I don't know why, but it's my like guilty pleasure of wrestling. So they have this series called Worst Match Ever, where they 3 of the lads sit on the couch and watch one of the worst matches ever. And the other night I watched it with them. I watched it like alongside everything. Do you want to guess the match? I'll give you at least a guess to move time.
Is it recent?
Fairly. Like not 80s. I'll give you that. It's not like 80s, 90s. So fairly recent.
So 2000s?
2000s, yes.
The worst match?
Worst match ever, yes.
I honestly have no idea.
Roman Reigns, Triple H, WrestleMania 32.
Let's talk about it. Okay. Let's talk about it. This goes straight into my lemon, so this works. But this is what I'm talking about when I say, like, I'm not saying that if you look back at all of John Cena's matches that you're going to find 5-star bangers. Like, you're not. I get it. Like, there's going to be plenty of matches where you're like, why did that match happen? This match is terrible. But the reason why I get passionate about this is because people forget that people don't remember what happened with, or what was Roman's career before the tribal chief. They don't remember. And it's like WrestleMania 32 wasn't
Sarah, that we try not to. That's why.
But the thing is they act like it doesn't exist.
I would like to think it didn't exist, Sarah.
But what I'm okay, that's fine with you, but pardon the pun, but it's like you acknowledge that there was a Roman Reigns pre-2020. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the people that are very much tribal chief era Roman act like there was no such thing as Roman Reigns before that. And it's like WrestleMania 32 wasn't even 10 years ago. So, like, we're not talking that long ago that Roman put on a stinker. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of stuff that just irritates the shit out of me, because it's like, it's okay for you to say that, yeah, before the tribal chief era, before the bloodline era, he wasn't very good, but we can't do that. But he's on the list of like one of the worst matches ever. And he's in it with the Hall of Famer. Come on now.
See, and you just went on a rant about Roman. Another
one's coming.
Rants.
By the way.
Well, yeah. All right. That's called a segue.
Yeah.
They bash Triple H a lot.
For his wrestling or for what he's doing now.
No, wrestling. They
like towards the end.
Yeah. It's more like
you can't really touch him when he's like, we're talking about prime Triple H. Like, what are we?
No. They're talking about like, why is Triple H the WWE champion main eventing WrestleMania in 2016 type of thing.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, do we need to ask the question? Do we forget who was in charge at the time? Like, that's the thing, is like, I get it, but come on now. We know exactly.
Who is it? Who is it?
I don't know. I don't remember his name.
Say his name.
Yeah.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I'm just saying. And why? What's the common denominator here? What's the common denominator?
All right. See,
I'm just saying.
You know, that was
not. Okay. Wait. Let me defend this to an extent. I'm not saying that like 87-year-old Undertaker and 68-year-old Triple H were in peak shape when they faced Roman. I'm not saying that. But how many stinkers have they put up compared to Roman? Let's be real here. I'm just saying. There's not many people that faced aging Undertaker specifically that had terrible matches.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
I know. It just I know. My guys. All right.
I'm sorry, Jackson.
That's the thing. Like, I love Roman Reigns now.
Fucking hate him.
I
hate him so much.
You know what? Instead of me talking, you just said it, and we've already teased the segue. Nope, not my lemon. We're talking about your lemon.
I'm sorry, Jackson. You can block your ears if you want, but I'm gonna go on another Roman rant because he just irritates me.
Please come back after this rant, Jackson. Yeah.
No, this has nothing to do with his wrestling or anything. This was the clip that one of the clips that's going around about from him being on Stephanie's podcast. And other than the fact that he's incredibly arrogant and also like kind of delusional about the type of person that he is, because he's talking about how he likes to cut promos. And I'm like, you are the last fucking person that should be sitting up here talking about how you cut promos. Okay. Like, you are not, just let's be real. And he's like, I like to be like more intricate and detailed and like not so surface level. Like, I like to think about it. And then he says Stephanie that Vince was also like that. And I wanted to be like, brother, your most infamous promo under the Vince era, okay, is Suffering Succotash. What are we talking about? I'm not saying that like every promo that Vince ever had a hand in was terrible. I'm not saying that. But like, let's be real here. Vince was not out there helping script some of the greatest promos of all time. Okay. And then
No.
Roman to sit there and act like he's a
Yeah,
part of that echelon is also bananas. But what pissed me off was when he was talking about like, oh, I don't like going for the low hanging fruit because anybody can go out there and be like, oh, hell yeah, and throw up the middle fingers and chug some beer. And I'm like, bro, no, let's go to The Rock, the bald fraud. Know your role, okay? Don't be sitting up here talking shit about Stone Cold Steve Austin, because this is the thing. Is that easy? Sure, if you want to say, right? But Stone Cold had to get over on his own. Okay? He was not fed. He was not put on a pedestal the way that Roman was, you know, where he was getting matches with Triple H and The Undertaker, multiple title matches with Brock Lesnar. He's headlining this and headlining that, champion here, champion there. That is not what happened with Stone Cold. Stone Cold became Stone Cold because of his own promo. You know, like Roman Reigns was given the bloodline stuff. That wasn't something where he was just like, hey, he just went out there, said something, it clicked and it went off. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, do you not realize how much work Stone Cold had to put in that he got to a point where he could literally just go out there and say what? And that took off?
Yeah,
like, like, I don't know. I didn't like that because I feel like that's not low hanging fruit. That is somebody who's so over universally that he literally doesn't have to say anything to get a reaction. Meanwhile, you're on Raw trying to get over by calling Paul Heyman a dumbass. But that's not low hanging fruit, right?
I don't like that, Sarah.
I know, but that's he's very intricate and detailed, and he likes to go to the under the surface level. But dumbass, you keep going on that, and it's cringy beyond belief. But he's better than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay, he's better than. I did not like that. I didn't like it, and I didn't like him like buttering himself up as if he's some like promo expert here. You know, like no.
I mean,
no.
Okay, that's just
the promo of John Cena against Roman Reigns when he's telling him that if he wants to be the kid, he's got to remember his promo and shit. That is still relevant to this day. Roman can still not cut a promo. He still cannot cut a promo. The only time that I will give him credit is when he is speaking to the camera when he's not supposed to. You know, like everyone was so into that time where he spoke to the camera as Raw was going off air or SmackDown was going off air.
This is my show. This is my ring.
But this is the thing. The only time that he is good is when he's not on a microphone, because it's literally the only times he's been good, memorable, at least recently, was when he did not have a microphone in his hand. It just, the audio was picked up. And when he's talking to somebody or talking with somebody that he's comfortable with, which is his family and Sami Zayn. That's it. If he's toe-to-toe with LA Knight, awkward as fuck. Toe-to-toe with John Cena, awkward as fuck. Like, it's never...
it is so different. You are right. Like, it's not, I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel as authentic with him.
Yeah.
And
that's
but I don't know why, because like when he's not, it just feels like you are right. There is something there. I just can't explain it.
Well, and I don't know what it is. I was like, because to me it's like maybe he just knows that he can't hang with certain people, so he just like gets nervous or he doesn't try, or like, you know, in this interview with Stephanie, he like gives himself so much credit for his facial expressions, which I think are completely overrated because he does the same shit every single week. But that whatever.
Oh, I like his facial expressions.
No, it's the same stuff. But anyway, to each their own. But it's I don't know. I just thought this comment was just like weird. And like I said, he kind of pauses before he says it. So I feel like he was almost thinking about not saying it. I mean, he says about sticking things up someone's ass or whatever. So it was like he even kind of took a shot at The Rock. And maybe it's a not intentional shot, but the stuff at Stone Cold seemed purposeful because everybody knows what you're talking about when you say middle fingers, chugging beer, and saying hell yeah. Like everyone knows what you're talking about, and those are not people that you should be going after. You know,
not talking about Simon Dean.
No.
That's who I thought he was talking about.
No.
there.
I don't know. I think that if it was like John Cena that said something like that, it would be I wouldn't defend it necessarily, because it's like, Cena, you've done the low-hanging fruit plenty of times. You know what I mean? But you can give him a little bit more of a pass somewhat, because Cena can hold his own on the mic still to this day. So it's like, okay, we're hearing from one of the goats on the mic talking about another goat on the mic. Like, there's like a respect level there, because they're more equal than Roman talking about one of the greatest of all time talkers, you know?
Yeah.
And a guy that literally worked with Dusty Rhodes, bro. What the hell? What are we doing? What are you talking about? Yeah.
I wish I lived in an era. I wish I lived in an era where Dusty Rhodes was wrestling.
This is true. This is a thing.
But some people do, and that's fine.
And that's fine, right?
That's
because
fine.
Like Lesnar needed him, right? And it's fine, but this is the part. This is why I say that I have an issue with Roman stans, and I say stans because they are the ones that act as if like he's their cult leader and they can't ever say anything negative. They're like Swifties, you know what I mean? Where there's a defense for everything. If he's not a good talker, he's never been a good talker, and he's still not a good talker, and that's fine, because look at some of the other greats. And I still don't think Roman is one of the greats, but if we're talking about just mic skills alone, Rey Mysterio has never been good on the mic, but he's fantastic in the ring. So you can kind of overlook it, you know? But Roman has to be good at one or the other, and he's not like overly fantastic in the ring to make up for the fact that he's not a great talker, you know? So it's like, and he's really bad as a babyface on the mic. That's even worse. So I don't know. I just don't think he should be talking about Stone Cold or anybody like that. Like, come on, bro.
That's the tribal chief. My lemons.
That's not my tribal chief. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's my tribal chief. My lemons are the SmackDown spoilers, which we'll talk about the SmackDown spoilers, so I won't really get into it. I'm just peeved and annoyed that it happened, because we were doing so well, and since it happened, I have completely pivoted my night plans. So yeah.
Jackson is my guy today. Okay,
Jackson, you should like definitely hit that subscribe and bell notifications.
I think he is subscribed, but I don't know.
Live.
But he said Jimmy is better on the mic than Jay and Roman. I know, this is the thing, right? Like, Jimmy does not get enough credit. Jimmy is the forgotten Uso, and I don't know why. Even in his father's eyes. Did you see Rikishi slamming Naomi for getting pregnant?
No, did he really?
Yes, he said it was like irresponsible.
That's
I assume it's legit because I saw it everywhere.
See,
but I was like,
with AI now, I can't even.
That's what I'm saying. I hope that it's not real, but
like have you also kind of started to second guess things you read now? Not as like obviously you do, but like I'm saying more often than not.
Well, that's why
you really have to.
That's why I try to look at who's posting it and who their source is. Like, if there's no source listed, I don't trust it.
Yes,
or if I haven't seen, if I haven't seen like more legitimate sources talking about it already, then I'm already like, like I might look into it and see like, okay, where's this coming from? Who else is talking about it, to see if there's any sort of legitimacy to it. And I didn't see SRS post about it, so I don't know. But like, the thing is that he has said such stupid stuff that I honestly believe that he would say that, because he never says anything good about any of his children other than Jay. So like, would I be surprised about him saying something about his daughter-in-law? Absolutely. Because it's not Jay Uso, it's Jimmy.
Did you see what the promotion was that happened over the weekend? Or over the weekend with Raja Jackson?
Yeah, it was his.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about going to Knox Pro a million years ago, because they had a training class to be a valet manager. So I was like, okay, well, if I can't get in the ring because I'm not like athletic, it's kind of cool that they offer classes and stuff like that about like, you know, talking on the mic and being a manager.
How come you didn't do
it? Because I just, you know, I'm a negative person, so I just felt like I didn't have the look, or I wasn't going to do well, or whatever. So I just talked myself out of it, because they're like They were in LA or something. That's where it is, right? It's in California.
Yeah,
So it
it's in
wasn't that
California.
far. Or maybe NorCal. I don't remember, but I was in Washington at the time. So I was like, it's not
Yeah,
that far.
Wow.
Just never did it.
There's one thing I've learned over the past year is that you can change your outside look so easy. It's the inside that is really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And look at me, like I not to toot my own horns here, but like look at this. Fucking I was so tubby. Like I don't know how many months ago Kyle said something to me, and I even saw pictures the other day. And here's the thing, I am still very much working on inside stuff to be better. But like
Mm-hmm.
look at how like you can just change it so easily. So like that's my mentality, at least when it comes to my appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So like
I think
that's not
women
just
have
for
it
you,
a
but for
little
everyone.
though.
100% too, but like you have to have at least a good attitude about it to get started.
Yeah, I guess.
So, and then this is just a quick one to segue into SmackDown spoilers, but did you know that did you in 2012, who did you want to win the Rumble? If you can remember, I'm sorry. Like leading up to WrestleMania 28.
I honestly I don't know. What was was
Okay.
that the one that was here in Phoenix? No, it was
No,
25. Or 26.
it was Miami 28, Roxy, Once in a Lifetime.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who won that year.
Sheamus.
I do not remember what I was thinking at that time.
So apparently people wanted Jericho to win. And like realistically, it actually did make sense for Jericho to win. Like,
it didn't.
100%, no, did 100% did. Like they have an argument, is what I mean.
Oh.
And everyone's saying, "Oh, the Sheamus, it was so boring and all this." No one he was too. I'm like, how are you not? How are you not a Sheamus fan then? That was when I was
People
loving
were
Sheamus.
a Sheamus fan. This is the thing. I think a lot of people, when they talk about things from the past, even if it wasn't really that long ago, a lot of the people that are the most vocal are people who were not around at that time. So it's like, oh, you don't care about Sheamus in 2025, so that automatically means that no one did in 2012. You know what I mean? Like, if you weren't watching wrestling in 2012, how can you have any sort of opinion about what was happening in 2012 then? Like, you can't say, oh, fans didn't care. Were you there? You know, like, I think it's different too, because like you can watch, let's say you weren't watching wrestling at that time. You can watch on Peacock, the Rumble from 2012. And let's say, I don't know if this is true, but let's say Sheamus wins the Rumble and the reaction isn't that great. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's not what people wanted. You have to watch like every week of Raw and SmackDown leading up to the Rumble to see how people were responding, because that will tell you more about what people wanted than the crowd from all over the world that is at the Rumble. Because like the people that are watching every single week on Raw and SmackDown, they are the ones that are going to be telling you if that's what they wanted or not,
Exactly.
So it's like you can't say that just from watching the show, like from the Rumble. I mean, like you don't know what led to that moment.
You're right. SmackDown happened already, Sarah, unfortunately, because we live in
the US.
We live in the US, unfortunately. So,
and now you understand what I go through every year.
Yeah, no, it sucks. I'm with you, pal. That does suck. And I really don't care, but it happened when I least expected it, so that's what annoyed me.
I'm just glad that SmackDown's not filmed on Tuesdays, because that was worse, I think. Because
I went to the SmackDown that happened on a Tuesday once, and then on Friday night after school, we went to our buddy's house who didn't go to the show, and we all watched.
Yeah, but I mean, like it was a reason to not watch SmackDown.
It was
because the spoilers were out on Tuesday night. So unless you had no access to social media, I guess you could just watch SmackDown. But like if you were at all involved on wrestling social media, you already knew what was happening. So what was the point of watching?
I know, which is tough.
Yeah. I mean, this is nothing new to me. So like I totally forgot that that they were in France. So I didn't it's like when I went on Twitter and I saw stuff from SmackDown. I was like, oh shit, I already forgot. I forgot. But yeah, Jackson is coming for my heart today. This irritated me too. I hated seeing Solo lose the US title. I don't care that it's to Sami Zayn. I just feel like it's very odd that they decided to give the US title to Solo at a PLE against Jacob
I'm
Fatu,
so pissed.
and then
I
have him
also-
lose it on a random ass SmackDown to Sami Zayn. It's nothing. I'm not even saying anything about Sami Zayn. But like, why? What was the point of this? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, no one's mad about Sami Zayn winning. It's
Well,
the
I mean,
matter about you just get. I know you're.
I'll just be mad if they continue after this
You're-
at some point to go with Sammy being an underdog. That'll be the like I
That's what
will
I'm
be
saying,
like,
you're
shut the
fickle.
fuck up, dude. Like, how many titles does he need to win? That's not the world title for you to stop saying that he's an underdog, because he's not an underdog. Other than that, we saw a good moment with Cena because the kid from Brussels was at the show, so that was
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
John Cena is the GOAT. I don't care. Okay, I don't care about
Okay.
all you saying Roman Reigns is the GOAT. Go eat some poop.
No, that I do have to agree with you, Sarah.
That is ridiculous to me. John,
What?
no, I'm not. I'm just saying in general. The fact that people
in
say
general.
Roman is the GOAT. Are you kidding me? He was champion for what? The Tribal Chief era was 4 years, and he didn't show up for like 2.5 of them. Like, and you're saying that trumps Cena's entire career? All right. Oh, see, no. Sammy needs to fuck off. I'm sorry.
Jackson.
Fuck off,
I was thinking the
Sammy.
same thing. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to
Fuck off,
upset
Sammy.
Sarah. Come
No,
on.
get the fuck out of here.
I
No,
don't
because the
upset
underdog
you.
shit does not work. I'm sorry. I like Sammy. I have a love-hate relationship with Sammy.
You have such a love-hate relationship.
I
with
know.
him.
Because he's part of one of my favorite matches of all time. And I really like Sammy. I like Sammy in the Bloodline. I find him really funny. He seems like a really sweet person, but Jesus fucking Christ, I hate Sami Zayn, the character right now. Also, don't really love what they're doing with the women's title on SmackDown. Jade apparently is now the #1 contender because she pinned Nia Jackson a tag match. So that all of a sudden now makes her the #1 contender again.
Was the
versus
tag
me.
match stipulation whoever gets the pinfall is the
I
champion?
don't think so.
I mean, #1 contender. I mean,
I don't think
if
so.
not, then that makes no sense. But
it
if that's
doesn't
a
make any sense
stipulation-
in general. It's a tag match. How does that make you the #1 contender for a women's title match?
You can, with some tweaking of story details, you can make it happen.
It's actually kind of insane when you think about it. Remember how SmackDown was the show that had way too much women's talent and Raw was struggling, and now it's the complete opposite?
Yeah.
And nothing's happened.
Waves of change.
It's like, yeah. So it makes me wonder
Mm.
what's going to happen, because they're going to have to move people to SmackDown. But like, who from Raw are they going to move to SmackDown? Because the reason they moved Bayley to Raw was because SmackDown was so packed with women. So they moved her to Raw. And then it's not just because, Bianca's out. It's not just because she's gone that the women's division is struggling. They're just not putting any effort into the women's title, much like they do on Raw. Like when Io was champion and they didn't even have her on TV for weeks at a time. It's like, I don't understand what's going on.
I just came up with a theory.
Oh, geez.
That would be so cool.
Also, shout out to Austin Theory. I miss you.
I do miss you too. I had the thought, what if Bayley ends up on both shows? Now hear me out.
Well, they could
because
do that
of the split personality.
a free agent or what? Oh yeah.
No,
well,
not even free agent. No,
Oh.
it's not free agent. It's like split personality.
I mean, maybe
Because of this heel who's a good bat. Like we saw it quasi with R-Truth.
Mhm.
And we kind of still do, because last week he went to the wrong Dublin, which is awesome.
I love that.
So you can do that type of thing with Bayley, and with what's going on the division, you can do it. You can make it happen. I think.
I just don't know who they take from Raw to SmackDown though. Like if we're talking about moving girls from Raw to SmackDown. And the thing is I feel like the SmackDown women's division is not bad. They just don't know what they're doing with them, because there's no reason for Julia to not be on TV. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? There's no reason for Chelsea Green to not be on more.
killing it, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely missing Bianca. I agree with Jackson, but like, she's not the only reason why they're struggling. You know, they definitely need like one or two more girls. I just don't know who they take from Raw, because they're not going to take Rhea, they're not going to take Io, they're not going to take Becky, they're not going to take Stephanie Vaquer. Like, they're not. I mean, the Kabuki Warriors, weren't they on? Yeah, they were on SmackDown. They got moved to Raw. Like, are they going to take them back? Like, I don't know what they do.
I don't know. I don't know
know.
either. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm trying to think if there's any other SmackDown spoilers that I saw.
I think that was like
you
the
didn't touch.
main. That was like the main stuff that I saw anyway.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to, whatever you call it, get any more spoilers until I see it. So.
Those are like the only ones that I saw, honestly.
Which is
So like,
good.
no, I also saw about Bo Dallas.
I mean, yeah. Oh, and I
No,
saw
but,
that a
like,
match got announced for Clash of Paris, but we should probably anyways.
But I do think
just
it's cool.
know
I
that.
would say I have an argument to be made about
Let's hear it.
if we want to make people more interested in the Wyatt Six again, because it feels like people have kind of lost their intrigue. I do think that they should have Bo Dallas appear more as Bo Dallas and not just Uncle Howdy, because I think that they kind of need somewhat of a human element for people to relate to or for people to get behind, because otherwise they do feel too costumey or like too gimmicky. And I think that they have that leverage, obviously, because of what the group is. But I do think that there's a lot more interesting stuff that they can do. Like you were just talking about Bailey kind of having split personalities. Why can't we see that with Bo? Like, we'll see Bo the human, and then we'll see the split of him as Uncle Howdy. But like, you still have that intrigue in him because you see that human element of Bo Dallas occasionally instead of only seeing Uncle Howdy. Like, I really think that they should be putting that on the show more, because people were saying that some of the stuff that he did on SmackDown was very cool and like they were really into it. But if he was doing it as Uncle Howdy, I don't think it would have gotten the same response.
People want to see a human element in their wrestling nowadays. They want to see, even though Uncle Howdy is Uncle Howdy, they want to see that be an extension of Bo Dallas. Like,
Just
they're
the way that
intrigued.
it was, like Bray Wyatt was the Fiend. You know what I mean? But like, you wanted to see Bray Wyatt more than you wanted to see the Fiend. Like, the Fiend felt like something that we could see for matches and stuff like that.
That's all. Yeah, you only want to see the Fiend for ring.
And that's how I think, like, and it doesn't even have to be all of the Wyatt Six. You know what I mean? Like, it can just be Bo. Like, we only see Bo, and then everybody else is who they are in the Wyatt Six. But I do think that is a way to kind of get people more on the boat with them, because I feel like, you know, they obviously got a really not great reaction when they won the titles, the tag titles. So if you want to change
they got a really bland. It was a really bland
even
reaction.
some boos.
I
think part of it was just because of who else was in that match. You know,
I mean, I wanted Motor City Machine Guns to win. I wanted Andrade and Rey Fenix to win.
Yeah.
I did not want the Wyatt Six to win, but I like the Wyatt Six. I want Fraxium to wait a little bit. I want them to have banger feuds with banger
They
feuds.
just had they did really great in that match. The Spanish fly off of the top rope onto a table. Boy, what? Crazy.
I had the same. Yeah.
I could not believe that. I could not believe that when I saw that. I was like, is this really happening right now? Axiom, what's going on?
Clash in Paris predictions.
Yes.
We got to do that real quick. No, we've been going for an hour.
I know. Well, we haven't talked in like 2 weeks, so.
I know, it's been a minute, girly. It's been a minute.
I'm surprised no one has said anything about my camera. Do you guys like
they're
this
just so
angle?
focused on your face. They are just so
so.
mesmerized by your face. Okay. Anywho, Clash in Paris predictions. Started with John China.
It's got to be
versus
John
Logan
Cena.
Paul.
I don't care.
Yeah,
There's no reason
yeah.
for Logan Paul. As I said when we were talking off air, I do not, or were we? Yeah, I think it was. Or no, when we were talking about AJ Styles, I don't think that Cena's going to lose another match on this run until probably his final match. And that depends on who he's against. I assume, and I think most people assume, he is going to be against somebody that he's going to want to put over. And the two top people that people have been talking about is Gunther or Drew McIntyre. So I could see, him losing the final match because that's just the type of guy that he is. But I don't see any reason for him to lose other matches unless he does somehow win the IC title. Then obviously he's going to have to lose it at some point. But I think that just like these random kind of like exhibition matches, because they needed him to have an opponent until they get Brock Lesnar, he's not losing to Logan.
Well, yeah, I don't think he's losing to Logan at all.
And Logan doesn't give a fuck if he loses. He's just like, I'm here because I'm getting paid and I'm against another legend. So
yeah, exactly. Like, and to be honest, this is a hot take. I like Logan Paul in WWE.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
He's he's a heat magnet. You want to hate the guy.
It's because the thing is he's not a heat magnet because it has nothing to do with wrestling. People hate him because they hate Logan Paul. They don't hate Logan Paul, the character.
Everywhere. It doesn't matter. Like, he's the type of guy.
He's an insufferable human being. Did you see the videos from his wedding? He's things that he said about his daughter. No.
Yeah, but he knows how to get eyes on a product. That's why.
He said some really questionable things about his daughter, and I just can't get behind that.
Okay.
So
I didn't hear that. I did not hear.
I think I told you about it, how he doesn't want to change her because it makes him uncomfortable. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I don't remember you saying that, but
yeah.
Okay.
It's weird.
Nathaniel, there is a possibility for Edge to be John Cena's final opponent.
No, there's not.
There is, actually.
Even SRS laughed at it, so no.
I'm putting it out to the ether.
He literally laughed about it today. Specifically at the mention of Edge.
I'll laugh. I don't care.
I say Edge doesn't deserve it. You know why? Because he couldn't even put Sheamus on top in his retirement match. So, no. And I don't care about Edge. I'm sorry, Nathaniel. I know you love Edge. I've always hated Edge. So, I can't change 25 plus years of hating Edge. I can't do it. It's in my heart and soul.
Do. So, let me write these predictions down. Sorry.
John Cena.
I got people at my ace. All right.
Thank you, Nathaniel. I'm like, I will respect you. You can love Edge all you want. That is totally fine. Valid choice. I just can't stand him.
Predictions.
I feel like that's not a huge thing though. It's like if you're a big John Cena fan, the way that I am, I feel like some of the people that I don't like it's not shocking. Like, oh, I don't like CM Punk. Well, yeah, I was a big John Cena fan,
Yeah. But I love both. So I was.
I know, but see, like, I wasn't like that. I was like, you got to pick one or the other. Except when it comes to Cena, Randy, you can't pick. Sorry. I can't pick.
I did choose Rock in the Once in a Lifetime.
Yeah, that's so messed up, bro.
Without a doubt, The Rock winning is one of my favorite moments of all time.
No, terrible decision.
Well,
I mean, it ended up being fine like a year later, but I still think it was messed up.
When it was twice in a lifetime.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
Twice in a lifetime.
Hold on, boo-boo.
All right, next up we got Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns.
If Bronson
in a
Reed
fight over the Shula Fala.
If Bronson Reed does not walk out the winner, I'm going to hate Roman Reigns so much more.
Okay.
Because we know that Roman wants to help put over Braun Breaker, but you also need to be doing that for Bronson Reed, okay? Because the Bronsons losing constantly on Raw is a joke. It's an absolute joke. How is anyone supposed to take the Vision seriously or think that they are not a group to mess with if they keep losing and they lose to stupid people like Jey Uso? Like, are we joking? So if Roman is going to be leaving the way that we think he is after Paris, there's no reason for him to not put Bronson over.
I see one reason probably being
But why
Yeah, I
does
think-
Roman want to win? Why does he need Roman to win?
because the tribal chief needs to stand tall.
No, he does not. He's Roman Reigns, dude. No, this
That
guy
is
can
so.
stand there and he gets cheered for. I don't like. He doesn't have to do anything. He does. Losing does nothing to him, but it hurts Bronson.
Who do you got?
I'm picking Bronson because I'm putting the good
Okay.
vibes out there.
All right, I love it. Love it. I'm picking Roman. Okay. Seth.
Seth Rollins.
D-
Don't even joke. Don't even joke. I don't even need to hear the rest. I don't need to hear the rest.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's Seth Rollins. And if
I
not,
can't even be a dick. Like I can't even be like annoying about it because yeah,
like
yeah.
LA Knight is not winning. Love him, but it's not happening. Jackson, I agree. I think the only person that makes sense to get pinned in this match is Jey Uso, unless they really want to further whatever they're still trying to do with Seth and Punk. Then maybe Punk gets pinned. I don't know. Maybe LA Knight gets pinned. I don't think that's great. I think Jey Uso can take the pin and no one's gonna care. Because Jey Uso, if you're asking me, is lucky to be in this match because it looked like they already moved him on from being like in the world heavyweight title picture. Again, isn't it funny how quickly people forget that they were angry he lost? Isn't it funny how quickly no one cares? It's exactly what I said was going to happen. He's going to become champion. He's going to have a mediocre reign. No one's going to care. Then he's going to lose. Then people are going to be like, oh my God. And then in a week, they're going to forget that he was champion because they're still going to go out there and yeet. They don't care. So Seth Rollins is winning. He has to win. He's going to probably, I would assume, stay champion until Mania. If they're going to try to push that Punk match out until Mania.
You wouldn't have done well in Salem back in the day.
You mean like as a witch?
Yeah, because you're right. No, you did say all this. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
you
About
wouldn't
Jay,
have,
you're saying I was right. Yeah, I know.
correct. And
I know. And how
building
wrong
you.
did you say I was? It's not just you that said I was super wrong. A lot of people in the chat said I was super wrong. And I'm like,
Yeah, well,
this is how
sometimes
fans work. When somebody gets like, it's the same thing of like, it's not the same, but it's because it's a little bit different, but it's kind of similar to what happened with LA Knight. People wanted him to be a champion. He wins the US title and people kind of didn't really care. And then he loses it and people were really pissed about it. But then they were like, no, we still love LA Knight. But now they're mad because they think he should be going for a bigger title. I don't know that it's going to be the same. But like with Jey Uso, people knew that he probably shouldn't be world heavyweight champion, but it became such a hyper focus that it felt like he had to win. But that was the end goal. There was nothing beyond that. They just wanted to see him win the title. And then that was it. The satisfaction was gone. You know, they climaxed. Okay. And then after that, it was like, we don't care. But then they care again when he loses, but then they don't care a week later because whatever, he's still out here. He's still eating. Like, we're having fun. So, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Roman Seth story would be interesting because Roman has never beaten Seth. But Roman said, oh my God, that's the other thing that Roman said. I want to be the first person that can be a full-time wrestler and a full-time movie star. Bro, when's the last time you were a full-time? 2020? 2021?
Well,
what are we talking about?
Towards it. He says working towards it.
Yeah, okay. When he's not gonna be, he was gone for 6 months this year already. We're only in the 8th month of the year. I don't know.
I think quarter left.
I feel like Roman might get to a point where it's kind of similar to Gunther, where they look weird without a title, and it feels like, okay, what are they doing if they're not in the main title picture? So that could definitely elevate Roman to that spot. But I wouldn't be surprised if they want to push out Punk to that moment and give Punk that moment, because he already main evented Mania, which was something that he wanted, but he wants to walk out as champion from a Mania. And they're going to have limited time to do that because he's going to be like 50 by WrestleMania 43. You know, like he's not going to be able to, they can't push it out like another year or two. So I really wouldn't be surprised if they have him walk out champion at Mania. Which, I mean, I can't really get mad about. If I don't want to see Seth versus Punk anymore. I'm like over it. I feel like they already wasted that. But I think if they make it more interesting and push it out till Mania, it's possible that it could be fine.
So this is part of the SmackDown spoilers. Clash in
Mhm.
Paris will have a match for the tag team championship. Street Profits taking on the defending champs, the Wyatt Six. Sarah, you being hopeful or
This one I think is tricky because I feel like there's no clear front runner. Um, uh, and the thing that is like, there's just one thing that has me pulled towards the Wyatt Six, and it's because they just won the titles. That's the only thing that makes me feel like they might win. You know,
yeah?
because they just won them. It wasn't like
Mhm.
it's been that long, and oh yeah, they can move it to the Street Profits. I mean, I guess if they want to like have a feud between the Street Profits and the Wyatt Six, it makes sense for the Profits to take the titles, and then they can kind of just go back and forth for a bit. But
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't know. I like that's where my mind is. My mind is more or less not about the Wyatt Six, but about the Street Profits.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that something will start with them and another team. I just can't
Mm-hmm.
put my finger on which team it is yet.
Yeah.
But I have an inkling that we're going to see them get into something and that the Wyatt Six will eventually lose it, but during like a longer feud.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
We
I'll
got
just go with the Wyatts. And it's like,
Mhm.
I don't even really care who comes out of this match as the winner. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah,
really care.
that's the other thing. I don't
But
really
it's
care.
just more about like, what would be the point of having put the titles on the Wyatts if you're going to take them off like 3 weeks later? You know, like you very easily could have just made the Street Profits champions and have this same match.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know.
No. Anyways, uh,
Brady's crying.
oh my, jeez. I know Brady, but we got to talk about Sheamus and Rusev and a good old fashioned Donnybrook. Sarah,
Mhm.
Sheamus and Rusev are gonna settle their differences in a good old fashioned Donnybrook. And we were just talking about how you wouldn't last in Salem. Well, if you put a wig on me, I wouldn't have either because I said this months ago that
Mhm.
they are going to end their feud in a Donnybrook of some sorts. So I don't know who I got though, so I'm gonna let you talk it out.
This one is hard because they're split. Um Like, I feel like if they're really trying to do anything with Rusev, it makes sense for them to put Rusev over, but I don't really think that it does anything harmful to either one of them to lose. So, I mean, the obvious choice feels like it's Sheamus because, first of all, it's like it's in Europe. So it's like his backyard and it's his style of match. So it feels like it's definitely in his favor. Um, so that makes me lean to him. I just don't know what either of them get from winning. You know what I mean? Because this is just like a blood feud. This has nothing to do with a title. This has nothing to do with really anything other than like, oh, we used to be in a team together. I am tired of seeing you pick on the alpha babes, so I want to beat you up. Like, there's no real reason to
Yeah.
this. But I don't know. I guess I'll just go. I might just go with Sheamus
I'm
because
gonna
it
go with
feels like a
Sheamus as
safer
well.
pick.
I have a feeling that I'm gonna go Sheamus.
Like, I really wouldn't be surprised if Rusev wins, but I don't know.
I'm gonna go Sheamus. I have a feeling we'll see there. And then the main event in our eyes.
Oh.
Becky Lynch taking on Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Sarah, so I got you locked in for Nikki Bella.
Yeah, if that happens, I will play in traffic. I will first jump out the window and then I will run into the street. I will be so because this is the thing I said, like with Evolution, if you want to have some legends back, and that's even being polite, if in my opinion, to Nikki Bella, that's fine, but they have no business winning. Because like you can be in these matches because the women's division is so much different than when they were around and when they were active. But I don't see like, and I get it, like this is cool because it's the women's intercontinental title. So that is not something that was around for Becky or Nikki, and it wasn't even a thought when Nikki was around. So like it's cool for her to be in this match, but we don't need you to be the champion because you're not an active wrestler. Like, there's no reason for you to take the title off of somebody who's here every single week. Like, I don't, it's like the same thing when we were talking about Trish versus Tiffany. There's no reason for Trish to be the champion. So I don't want to see it with Nikki either. And I love Trish.
Yeah.
I would just be disappointed if they did that. I just don't get it. What are you doing? What are we proving? Also, Nikki trying to act like, oh my God, I can't with her promo this week. Oh, hell no, girl, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm better than you, girl. You're jealous of me. What? You're scared to fight me? What?
You're a C word. You're a coward.
I love how Becky was like, oh my God, that's a lot worse than what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, I loved it. That was fucking awesome.
And it was the perfect place to say it because they drop the C word in England and whatever. Like, it's
no,
nothing,
that's like
you know?
shit. Like they drop that like it's shit to us.
Yeah, and the gay community is also picked up the C word.
Lot of gay. Yeah. No, one of my good friends from college. Gay man.
So I thought that Becky is just so witty like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny. I think that Becky just has other stuff to go to do with other women. You know what I mean? That could be going in for the IC title. Like, I just don't think this Nikki thing is long term at all. I think this is just a placeholder for her not being able to have a match at Evolution. So it's like, I don't know that we really need her to do anything after this because, again, it's not a real feud. I mean, this could go back to when the women's Evolution started and, you know, it was the Bellas and Becky, Charlotte, and Paige. Was it Paige and Sasha that all debuted to go against them because they were like, you are of the past and we are the future. We're better than you. So, like, there's definitely a history there, but I don't recall there being like a super hardcore beef specifically between Nikki and Becky for this to be like, oh, Nikki needs to win to prove her dominance or something. No, Becky's not jelly, girl. Sorry. She's not jelly. Nikki, you're jelly. You're jelly because you wanted Seth, girl. Have you seen that lore? Ooh,
that's real.
Apparently that they were very like flirtatious on Instagram back in the day. Nikki and Seth liking people's photos and stuff, and I was like, no wonder why she brought up. It's like it makes sense why Nikki then brought up Seth in the feud.
Yeah, see, like she
wants some of that little wee wee. You know what I mean?
See, like that's my issue with that type of shit because like I like people's shit all the time. It doesn't mean that I'm like questioning my relationship.
They must have been doing something else though. I never followed Nikki, so I can't speak to that. And I don't know. I don't know if I followed Seth on Instagram because Instagram has always been my least used social media platform. So like I was never super active on that to be keeping up with other people's activity. But I would assume that if this was a conversation, that it must have been pretty obvious that like there was some sort of something, you know what I mean? Does it really surprise you that Nikki would be interested in Seth Rollins though? Come on.
I think Nikki is interested in any hot guy. Period. That has a good head on his
she's interested. She put it on her podcast. She's looking for like a booty call. So
yeah, you know, maybe 2 years ago I would have been that guy. I would have been right there.
Nikki, girl, what's up? I'm in town. Where you at?
Hey, Nikki. My parents are making dinner.
Would you like to come over for our family dinner?
It's swordfish. It's delicious. Come on down.
It's a 5-star experience, I promise.
We do have a Michelin star. Yeah, we do. Sarah, I cut a lot of things. One of them being the Jericho. Well, one because we're so over time, but two, the Jericho thing. I just saw something on Twitter that may have spoiled all that hoopla.
Oh.
Sammy Guevara was being interviewed by Renee Paquette backstage because Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor is happening right now, and he said, I know you're trying to break the walls down, trying to figure out who my mystery opponent is.
Oh.
Or my mystery
Oh my
partner. I
god,
mean.
I'm so excited to see Sammy Guevara against Chris Jericho in 2025.
No, it was partners. Mystery partner. Mystery
okay,
partner.
whatever.
Still
Same sentiment though.
So we're just gonna do a quick 1, 2, 3 count.
Almost
Obviously, congratulations to Cody and Brandy Rhodes.
And I'm 99% certain she had a surrogate. So everybody trying to figure out how they hid her pregnancy is because she wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, you think okay. That
No,
was it?
everybody online was like, I didn't even know Brandy was pregnant. And I'm like, guys, she literally posted a picture of herself in front of her new children's clothing store like last week. And she's wearing a shirt that's like tied in the front. And you see she still has a flat tummy. Given her age, because she's 40 or 41, I bet you she had a surrogate, and good on her. You know what I mean? Like, she was able to like keep up and do whatever the heck she was doing and not having to worry about, like not being able to properly take care of Libby or like having to take time away from her jobs. Like, good on her. And now Cody is for sure a girl dad. And now he's going to be even more of a sap. We're going to probably see Cody cry even more.
Would they have a boy or girl?
They had another girl.
Okay.
Yeah, her name is Leilani.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, Leilani Ella Runnels, I think is what they said.
Fresh Fly hops in as soon as we mentioned Brandy Rhodes. Hilarious.
Yes, we were talking about Brandy. And thanks for the welcome back.
Pro Wrestling Time Machine, I sent this to you on Twitter. Just I want your thoughts on this. If you could fast forward or go back in time to any wrestling event ever, what would you choose?
When Hogan turned and joined the NWO.
Okay.
I want to go there. I want to be there. I want to throw my panties in the ring at Scott Hall. Just kidding.
No, you're not though. No, you're not.
No,
you're not kidding.
If I was a grown adult in the 90s, I would be such a rat for Scott Hall. I don't care.
So you would.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would have been a huge rat. A huge rat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fresh Fly says Cena versus Punk Money in the Bank 2011 Chicago. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. I think for me, it would just be like, I would love to be at the Hogan turning, just because like that was such a huge moment in professional wrestling, and like so much happened because of Hogan turning heel, that it's like it would be pretty cool to be at the event that like created like the Monday Night Wars era and like DX, being a group, and WWE or WWF at the time, like drastically changing like how they did things. Like, I don't know, it'd be cool to be like, hey, I was there. I saw that. I was booing, or I was throwing my undies and whatever I was doing.
Undies there.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't joke. I mean, I don't joke. I joke about this all the time, but I'm being dead ass serious. If I wasn't a literal child in elementary school in the 90s, and I was a grown adult, I'm just saying I'd be a groupie. I'd be a rat for Scott Hall specifically. No one else. I don't think anyone else was like super hot back then to me. Other than Scott Hall. I would have been a huge rat for John Cena if that was a possibility. I do believe he had rats. I would have been one of them if I was ever given that opportunity. 25-year-old John Cena, please.
That would have been primary right there.
Excellent.
I would have to go with Mankind winning it on Monday Night Raw. There's so many others that I could say, but that one for the sheer historic
not the cage
factor.
match.
I don't know if I want to be there. Actually, I take that back. It is the cage match. I need to be there at that match. I legit I've heard so many stories. It's the match that basically hooked me in for life, as I watched the man get thrown off a 20-foot structure through a table, and then got up, climbed back up on the cage, and then got put through it again. And I just like,
how does any human being do that?
It seriously shows the amount of strength humans have, and it's the one match where, and anyone says it's fake, like like that's the proof that it's just fake is not the word you use.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. Like tell that man what he did is fake, and he has every right to punch you square in the face.
Yeah.
So,
1000%.
and
yeah, the girls were fighting. Same thing with CM Punk. CM Punk apparently was getting all the girlies.
Cold.
Yeah, Maria, Melina, who else was involved? Oh, Kelly was also very popular. Mickey James was also.
James and Cena had a fling.
Batista also had the ladies going wild.
It's crazy. Nick Aldis and John Cena are Eskimo brothers.
It's disgusting.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you remember that moment when Cena kissed Eve and Eve went in? I was like, oh, girl, you've been waiting for this, haven't you?
Oh, no, she was waiting for a moment.
Yeah, I was like, I don't blame you. All right,
No,
I don't.
Grab your bag.
Oh, yeah, Lita. I forgot.
Lita and Punk dated for a while.
A long time. Yeah.
Batista did date Dan Brooke.
What? Don't you mean Ash by Elegance?
The new TNA champion.
Yeah.
Knockout champion.
Mm-hmm.
TNA got a title back. Thank God.
Not gonna lie, I like her. I like the music for the Elegance brand.
She's doing a lot
it's a vibe.
better on TNA. She's doing a lot better for herself on TNA.
Yeah.
All right. And then 3.
I did not
wrap
Daniel.
This is where we have our NWF update. But as I mentioned before, there's changes going on in the NWF where they're getting more serious. We're launching this thing apparently, and we have shareholders that have a message for me, and I was specifically told to read it on the show. I'm like, well, why? Like, I usually give updates about it, but anyways. So here's the letter. Dear Mr. Pitts, we at the Nonsense Sports Network are so happy to welcome you back on board. After having some wonderful peeps come in to help us renovate and upgrade the brand, we decided that the NWF has potential to be our golden goose. The first show under the NSN umbrella will be Saturday Night Shenanigans, and it will take place August 26th. That's not right. It's not August 26th.
No, that's
they
past.
flipped the they flipped the 9.
Mm.
Okay, they flipped it's supposed to be a 9.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday,
69?
August. Nice. Nice. Immediately following your time in the Yard of Streams. Okay. As much as we do love the variety of characters the NWF brings, there needs to be a limit. No nonsense peeps may appear on NXT or Raw programming for the foreseeable future. They will be moved to SmackDown.
Oh.
Okay.
Raw is serious business now.
Yeah. What the fuck? Are you talking to these peeps?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you kick them out? Did you kick them off my show?
No idea.
I'm at the bottom of this, but there'll be moves. Hey, we've seen the work that is done on Raw, and we want to push that as our flagship show. What
That's right.
Fuck? NXT is our farm system. We do not want our water tainted. That hits. Okay. Fuck you. Beginning after Shenanigans Saturday night, Cody Rhodes will be a Raw superstar along with all Bloodline members.
What?
And any and all NWO members will join the Red Brand as locker room leaders for the next generation.
Okay, but who are you stealing from me?
Sorry, I don't have any say in any of this.
Oh, okay. Well, who's SmackDown? Is SmackDown getting people then?
It does not say on here.
Wow.
I will have to talk to them about compensation because
that's a lot.
I had
my tribal chief is on Raw.
I had plans for Cody to feud with The Undertaker. So fuck this. Whoever wrote this. More changes and announcements will come. Okay. So the time for changes now. Please contact and see Captain Nonsense for what is next. Okay. And remember, your good friend CVV said it best. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Warm regards, Troy. It's fuck Troy. If this is the same goddamn Troy, Sarah,
It is the
that
Miz
we've
looking
been-
motherfucker in the game.
If that's who it is, we're going to have issues.
Well,
Okay? Because I
mean-
already hate him from when we were the bad gal.
I can't wait to push Roman off a steel cage or something.
You know what? Well, you have the ability. Well, at least they didn't take KO from me. If they took KO from me,
I
We're
might
storming the
be willing to
Capitol.
trade Roman.
Well, we'll talk. I see. That's the thing. Like I was talking to.
Oh, and
one
Jay.
of my-
Fuck Jay.
Okay. Well, don't. I was talking to one of my buddies, the nonsense execs, and he like they really think they have legs for this and to be something cool. And he said, "Yeah, you're done with power for now. You just got to be a face."
Yeah.
And
Also, how did you have NWO members on SmackDown? How'd that work out?
I
how
don't
did
know
I
how
not-
I had Razor Ramon, but he
How?
was on my show.
That's so rude.
I see. So I don't know how. I think I was just greedy, but he's
Yeah.
now on your show, along with every NWO member and Cody Rhodes.
That's right.
So,
Yeah. What's your
least
question?
favorite.
What's your question for Pat?
Yeah. What's
Because
my
you
question,
had a
Fresh
question.
Fly?
My least favorite male wrestlers of all time. Matt Riddle.
That has to be one.
Who else did I like? I'm trying to think like in the past. Like who have I just absolutely hated?
I
Like, it was
hated
just-
Heidenreich.
I
I hated Heidenreich. That was so stupid.
Like I feel like putting Jay or Roman just feels like recency bias, but I feel like
It's
Roman
such
is probably
recency
up
bias.
there.
Jay is
But-
recency bias. I'll give
Yeah.
you Roman, but Jay is absolutely recency bias, and
I still think he
because of Jay
sucks as a
himself.
wrestler. But
But
see,
it
like I
wouldn't
don't
be as strong.
yeah, I don't think I like Edge still put on really good matches. So that's the thing. Is like Matt Riddle, I just hated everything about him. Roman, I don't think he's ever put on a good match. Like not bad, but I just mean like he's never like I will never say that a Roman Reigns match was like a match of the year. I'm like, who else? But like who did I hate back in the day? I don't even know, dude. I'd have to think about that. This is for you.
Yo, Pitch, 2 years ago, I bought AEW tickets, sat high up at 130 for 2 tickets. They're coming to my city in October. I spent $50 for a decent seat, and basically what I want to ask. Oh, he's got the is what are your thoughts on crowd sizes that AEW has now over the attendance for shows used to be? I love it. I am such a supporter of smaller venue shows. It adds such a mystique to wrestling that other events don't have. If you look at every event from sporting events to concerts, it's all about the most amount of people, where wrestling shows, it's about the just sheer like it's not about how many people are there, it's about how many people you can pack into the building. And a smaller venue gives that more intimate feel of it, where you feel like you're actually watching a show, like a play performance, and I love it. So I'm
Like
a big fan.
NXT.
It's seriously like NXT. It adds the best form of wrestling shows are in front of a set number of audience members, like a set limit, not like 10,000 or whatnot, like a couple thousand maybe.
You know what's really insane to think about is Oba Femi has only been wrestling for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a part of the like athlete program. Is that not insane?
That is crazy.
I know. I had to look it up. I was like, I know Oba has not been around for a long time, but I was like, is he from that program? And yeah, I think he was there in like 2021 or something. Sarah, who would you want as your WWE champion, IC champion, and United States champion? Oh my God, Riddle, Uso, or Roman? Why are you doing this? I feel like this is actually not that difficult, even though I hate them all. I would hate my life if these were the champions, but I feel like Roman would be WWE champion. Riddle can go be US champion because fuck that guy, and Uso can be IC champion. Nothing against the US title, but that means he's on SmackDown and I don't have to watch him that much. So yeah, there's nothing likable about Matt Riddle in my opinion. No, Nathaniel, I do not. I think she'll drop the title before then. I don't know who she will drop the title to, but no, I don't think she'll be champion for that long.
And that's all we got. We've been going for
Yeah,
a
Brady's
long
now
time
turned
here.
his back on me. He's so
Brady
mad.
is pissed.
He's mad at me.
Apparently I have to go and commentate or be part of Saturday Night Shenanigans over at the Nonsense Sports Network, which everyone knows where that is, twitch.tv/Nonsense Sports Network. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that's what I gotta do. But before I go do that and you go and check it out, you got to hit that subscribe button, guys, and bell notification to know every time that we go live and post new videos. And follow us on TikTok, No Nights Off Show. Follow me on TikTok at Patty Pitts and Twitter. And
if you like my
Instagram
Patriots
Patty Pitts
takes,
as well.
watch,
Yeah.
follow Sara Talks Pats on TikTok.
Yeah, follow those two. Football season's popping up. Wow, look at this. Yeah.
got my
Football
shirt on.
season's popping up. You got your shirt. I got this. And then follow Sara on Twitter as well for not only Patriot stuff, but wrestling stuff as well at SMarshXO. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless. Remember that you can do it. All you can do is try. We'll see you later.